changes they are coming in England cricket and the English cricket test team and indeed the white ball team, as we are going to discuss on this particular live, because the England cricket team has done what many thought wouldn't be happening, and they've recalled both Stuart Broad and James Anderson to the test team. And this is for, of course, the test series that will be taking place against New Zealand later on. And well, it's big news because if we remember rightly, during the towards the end of Joe Root's time as captain of the England cricket team, there was obviously a lot of churn, and one of the bigger decisions that was taken was to drop both James Anderson and Stuart Broad from the test team, despite the fact that the two veterans remained their more successful red ball bowlers, and that historically speaking, both of them, since they're only playing test cricket, would be good options to have around in the red ball setup. However, the two of them were dropped, and in fact, James Anderson had recently revealed that he was mostly only looking forward to playing county cricket from now on, but that he would obviously welcome a test recall if it came. Well, it has indeed come, and the two veterans, the two old war horses, are showing that they're not just done yet, because it turns out that the New England cricket setup is willing to give them a chance to actually not only go out on their own terms, but also to kind of make their impact and make their impact as senior players during what is arguably a time of transition for the England cricket team. As we know, they're going to have a new captain in Ben Stokes, a new test captain. They're going to have a new white red ball coach in Brendan McCullum. And obviously, there's been changes at the administrative and management setup as well. Rob Key has come in as director of cricket. There's been a whole lot of churn. Tom Harrison has stepped down as the English Cricket Board CEO. So there's plenty of change. And in that sense, it's a very good thing to see that Anderson and Broad are back in the test setup, and that they will be available for selection for the two test series against New Zealand. So it's obviously great news for fans of both the old bowlers, but also as well as for fans of the England cricket test team. As we know, England's test fortunes lately haven't exactly been the best. They had lost a number of tests. In fact, I think Joe Root had won just one of his last 12 tests as red ball captain, which forced him to eventually step down. Ben Stokes has come in as a red ball captain, and there weren't many other choices. I mean, we could all see it coming from a mile that it would indeed be Stokes. But it's in a team like this where there's a lot of churn and talent, it would be good for them to have some familiar faces. And Anderson and Broad are not just familiar faces, they're also proven match winners on their day, especially in home conditions. The two of them can and will often be lethal. So that's very good news. How well they do on their return remains to be seen, but it is worth noting that Anderson, in a recent county match for Lancashire, dismissed Joe Root of all people, and he got him clean bowled, uprooting the middle stump. So you can see that the hunger is still there. How successful this return proves, well, that's something only time will tell. But that's not the only bit of news that we have for you here in this little breaking news update. It's also that England have now named a new white ball coach. That's right. Brendan McCullum, as we know, has come in as the test captain, and he will be leading only the red ball setup. The white ball team now has a new coach, and that is Matthew Mott. Now, Matthew Mott has signed a 4-year agreement with the ECB, and he will be taking charge of both the ODI and T20 teams. In fact, his first assignment will be England's 3-match ODI series, which will take place against the Netherlands next month. Now, obviously, this is also big news in a way, because England, as we know, have now gone for a split coach setup. And Mott himself, by the way, it's not his first major coaching gig, you can argue, because as we know, he did lead the women's team from 2015 onwards, and in his 7 years in charge, he's seen the women's team become one of the forces in world cricket. The Australian women's team are arguably one of the best and most consistent sides in world cricket right now. And he did also, prior to that, he has plenty of experience within with the game. He did work as the head coach of New South Wales. Remember, he was also the coach of NSW when they won the Champions League T20 tournament in 2009. So Mott is definitely someone who knows a thing or two about playing successful white ball cricket. Again, how successful this appointment turns out to be for the England cricket team, only time will tell. But it is worth noting that the white ball team is far more settled as things stand than the red ball team. So in that sense, Mott will be inheriting a team that is at least well set up, and it will not be as much of a challenge for him to rebuild. There won't be that much rebuilding needed. There's already a lot of very good players there. It'll just be a case of continuing on the good work that has been taking place since the 2019 World Cup, or since the 2015 World Cup, which culminated with them winning the 2019 World Cup 4 years later. And that will be it for this particular little bit of a news update. Again, thank you all so much for joining us. If you enjoy what it is that we do, Don't forget to like the video, share it with your friends, share a few comments down there. Do you think that recalling Broughton Anderson is a good idea? And what do you think are Matthew Mott's chances of success when it comes to the white ball team? Let us know in the comments below, and we look forward to hearing your feedback. As always, I'm Shane Dias, and I'll be seeing you guys very, very soon. Bye bye.